Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be about putting a truss rod channel into a guitar neck blank. And once you finalize your neck template, I like to put markings so I know where the center lines are. Also, when I do cut the neck out, I also put the tuning machine holes all in the same step before I move on to the truss rod channel. So I do want to run through a few things that I'll be using. I'm using this fantastic tape dispenser that I got on Amazon, which there should be a link in the description. For my necks, I use these spoke wheel truss rods that I get from Bitterroot up in Michigan. And to accommodate the actual spoke wheel, I use the 7/8 bit to put at the bottom of my guitar neck. And to make things more accurate and easy, I've made this jig, which I will show you. I've taken a piece of wood with a little bit of calculation and made the hole so that way I know where I'm going to place this thing so that it will be precision every time. So the first thing we're going to do is actually put that hole right there. Oh, yeah. It doesn't look like it, but yeah, the holes are there. So the first thing we are going to do is put this hole right there for this spoke wheel truss rod, the spoke portion of it, to fit comfortably to be flush with the bottom of the neck. And for this step, all we have to do is make a measurement, locate the center of this neck. Once we find the center line for this neck, I use this hole cutout to show me exactly where to put the starting point for my bit. And I'm going to put the tip of the bit on the center of the line because I want this much distance at the bottom. Tap it in so that way I know exactly where my starting point is. Then from here, I just use some clamps to clamp this to my workbench. Take my drill bit and start to drill. I keep my truss rod pretty handy so that way I can take little measurements to see the depth. And when it's just about flush, that's when I stop. Alright, so I like to explain this. This is the method that I know where the channel, going straight down the guitar neck. Best practice suggests finding the center of your neck first. And I typically like to move the ruler to a point where it's an easier math situation. You can even flip it over, use other systems just for the easy math. So that's 4.5. Then we can pencil our line. You'll see here that there's some marks. And I've basically made it to where I can double side tape or tape and super glue the neck, making sure it falls into these parameters. Fall into the correct location from which this says yes, because this is the one that's measured, that I can now know that when I go like this, it's a straight line straight down the neck. This just makes things so much easier. And yeah, you still got to check, make sure everything's aligned properly, but pretty much everything's right on the nuts. So when that's done, this jig serves as actually two different purposes. And once this channel is cut, I move to the second purpose, and you'll notice that this right here is literally the depth from which I put this router bit down to that will shave off the very top of this neck to give me the correct width for the top of the headstock. Other than that, I'll just show you how it works. Let's do it. Alright, so to make sure that the truss rod channel isn't going to exceed the length, and when that's all finished, we'll start using the chisel to make sure that we get a nice square at the very top of the neck. And pictured right here, you'll see that it's a little bit of a thicker area around that spoke wheel, so you kind of gotta use hand tools to make it Yeah, make it fit. And if you do have any questions on any of this stuff, please throw them in the comments or find me somewhere. Love to help. All right, there it is. All nice and level with the neck. Right here is where we're going to gauge how deep this router bit is going to go to take the headstock to the proper thickness. Oh, this music reminds me of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So the last little bit is the actual, I don't know if you can see this real well, but the window from which the spoke wheel, where the spoke wheel access is. And what I've done with this piece of acrylic is pretty much already make that window template. So what I like to do is take a ruler, pardon me, and find the center of this fretboard and basically just draw an X. And this is going to be the between the 21st and the 22nd fret. And then with this template, we'll take some out with a drill press first. This is where these dollar store white chalk pencils really come in handy from the last video in the dollar store finds. And use the old amazing tape dispenser, which again we got the link in the description. Just even it out, I'll put some tape just down the way, just so it helps level a little bit. Just a little bit of super glue. Looks good. Drill press. And this is definitely when you want to have a sacrificial board. Then you got majority of your hole. So for the rest of the way, I just used this little Harbor Freight filing kit, the flat guy. Finish it off. Voila. So that is today's video. We have the truss rod channel and the accommodating hole so that we can glue up our neck. So please check out other videos. I'm making a lot of videos on just different little aspects of building your own guitar from a home garage. Yeah, like and subscribe. Again, some of these tools should be listed in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I gotta finish building this guitar, and I think you should too. Have a great day.